Hello and welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we are here to book talk. Lots
Yes.
of book talk.
All kinds of good books
the
at
whole
the library.
session here.
Imagine that, a library, and we have books. Concept.
Yeah. Oh, I like that when they do that. And they go,
Mind blown.
yeah, well, mine's easily blown. So, all right, I'm going to start us off because we're going to start with, as we still have our Easter shirt on and our St. Patrick's Day to cover both holidays that are very close together. I'm going to share a couple of children's picture books for St. Patrick's Day. These are like some of my favorite ones to read.
I love them. Mm-hmm.
You know, these ones that, you know, there was an old lady who swallowed something. It can be a book. It can be and this one happens to be swallowed a clover. And it's funny because, well, they tell you on the back, it says, you won't believe why this old lady swallowed a clover, a daisy, a butterfly, a bird, a pot, some gold, and a fiddle. Read this book to find out. And it just always cracks me up because then I show, I'll show the kids, of course, the pictures, and you know, here she is shoving a fiddle in her mouth and down her throat.
Choking hazard.
Yeah, but I do manage to preface at the beginning of the books, even the one where she swallows a cow. I'll say, don't try this at home.
There you go.
I always let them know.
Good.
Don't.
Disclaimers are important.
That's right. And yeah.
And then the thing is too, and not all the kids get it, but at the end, like, she pretty much like upchucks something.
Yeah, she does. Yep. Basically throws it all up. Upchuck is a nice word. Yeah, it all comes back out. As they twirled high and low, she giggled so much, out popped a rainbow, and then all that stuff comes gushing out of her mouth.
Spoiler alert on that one, but that's,
yeah. Well,
they all kind of work out that way, though.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
They're funny.
Yep. Okay. So that was There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Clover by Lucille Calandro, and she writes many, many more. They're right.
All the seasons.
Yes. 10 Little Leprechauns. All right. Molly Murphy. Legend says that leprechauns love to frolic and play. How many can you count on this lucky day? How about that?
That looks cute.
Oh, cute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick peek.
The way our programming works out, too, we're not going to have anything going right around St. Patrick's Day, so just come and read them yourself.
Yeah. These pictures, though, are so vibrant and good. Let me see if I can find like this one. 7 little leprechauns hunting for clover. One climbed a hill and tumbled right over.
Now, you were in Ireland not too long ago. Did you spot any leprechauns? Did you go chasing any pots of gold?
No, but I want to go back and do that. I'm going now. No, I did not. That's right. We were in Ireland, mostly in Dublin, because the Steelers were playing.
Yeah,
so that's my claim to fame. Yeah, that was about as leprechaun-y as it got. All right. So there's a couple of choices for you for St. Patrick's Day.
Very fun.
Yep.
Love it.
All right.
Alrighty. So we're going to pause St. Patrick's Day and talk about some new release books for teens. So I'm going to start with these. I'm going to do two because they kind of go together. I believe. Let me just double check. Yes. Okay. They're both about dragons. That's what I was thinking. But the reason why I pulled this one, though, first is because of this.
Oh, yeah.
This trend. So you're seeing more and more young adult and adult novels that have what's called these sprayed edges. Mm-hmm. And like, it's almost like, well, what side do you put out on display on your bookshelf then? Because look how cool that is.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, if you look close, like you can see that's like the dragon's face. There's his eye. There's his teeth. I have this one too. It's all like rainbow-ish.
Yeah.
It actually matches our background really nice. Look at that.
Yeah, it does.
So that's why I pulled this one originally. But dragons are still popular. You know, like I feel like kind of goes up and down. But even for adults, you know, like the Fourth Wing series is a really popular adult series, and that's about a person talking dragons. I don't know. I never really been too much into the dragons myself. Yeah. But it is a thing. People are really into them.
Absolutely.
So these two are both brand new books for teens, and they both have to do with dragons. This one's called Dragon Cursed, a bloodthirsty and brutally fun read. I devoured every page. And even in the front, there's a bunch of like illustrations of dragons too, and throughout, which is kind of cool. Like, and then the beginning also has a map. I do like when there's a fantasy world and it includes a good map, because I can't really imagine these things.
Okay.
But so the moment you see a dragon is usually your last. So this one's interesting. It takes place in this world where people are either dragon cursed or something else. But if you're dragon cursed, it means you're going to turn into a dragon. The whole world has kind of been taken over by dragons. There's only one. Since the dragons emerged along the scourge that ravaged our lands of people and its people, there's only one human city that remains standing. So only one human city, and the rest is everything is dragons. They've taken over. For there is no worse fate than being dragon cursed. Slowly and excruciatingly, you'll be transformed into a mindless beast who destroys everything and everyone you love. So if you're dragon cursed, you turn into a dragon, which is, I guess, why the whole world has been taken over by dragons. People are turning into them.
All right.
Any of us could be tainted. Any of us could be lying. Any of us could be caught and killed by the authorities. And I'm terrified that I might be next. There's only one other person who might suspect my secret. He's like my shadow, following me wherever I go. Part protector, part tormentor, fully annoying. Sometimes I think I am just one of the million unfathomable secrets he keeps hidden. Because Lucan definitely knows something, and if I'm dragon cursed, death might be the only mercy I get. There you can see the illustrations inside too. So if you're into dragons, again, like I said, it includes a good map.
That's a cool looking book.
Yep, it is cool looking. A lot of cool details. So here's like the only human city that remains, and then the outskirts you can kind of see all this area that the dragons are taking over. So, and then when you look at the cover of this one, I'm thinking, no dragons.
Okay.
But apparently dragons are involved.
Okay.
Dragons aren't screaming out to me on this, though.
Not at all.
No.
No, I'm thinking love story.
But Yang Mina descended from the Japanese dragon god.
Okay.
Was born with the power to travel through time. She has spent her life training to take her place in the Descendants, a secret organization whose purpose is to protect the timeline. But everything has fallen apart. Since she moved to Seoul, Minna has discovered that the Descendants are corrupt. Her sister has been erased from existence, and she's struggling in calculus. So it's like, she's a dragon god, and she's also having problems with math, which jeopardizes her mission. Her mission is to kiss the cutest boy in her grade.
Oh.
So, so it looks like your typical teeny bopper book, teen romance, but yet she's got powers. And then if you can see, she is floating in the sky there on the cover.
Right.
But you wouldn't think it was a dragon-y book, though.
No.
So.
Fun.
Yeah. So 2 new books. This is I'll Find You Where the Timeline Ends by Kylie Lee Baker, and then we have Dragon Curse by Elise Kova, both on our new Dragon Hunter or Dragon Curse. That's what the difference is. So they're either hunting or you're cursed. So not really good fate either way.
I was going to say I don't want either.
No. But there you go. If you're a dragon fan, that's for you.
Okay.
Moving on to the next season.
We're going from dragons.
That was my dragon interlude.
Here's my so we're going from St. Patrick's Day to Easter.
Will this fit on this? No. Cool. I tried. Right. I was going to toss the gold across the room and be like, make be all dramatic, but I decided not to.
Okay.
Continue.
So
Easter.
This is why we get along. Okay, from dragons to Easter bunnies. Close, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I feel like if I was an Easter bunny, though, I would not want to go anywhere near a dragon.
Okay. Well, I think I saw The Easter Bunny. This is by Adam Wallace, who writes a lot of really fun books, and the illustrations are really fun.
He does the How to Catch a series.
Yeah, How to Catch a Mermaid was like one of the newer ones. How to Catch
Dragon.
Yeah.
Santa.
It says, Alex is determined to come in first at this year's Easter egg hunt until he spots the Easter Bunny. Read along as Alex helps save Easter in this hilarious and heartfelt rhyming picture book by New York Times best-selling author Adam Wallace. And let's see if we can come up with a fun picture. I like this one. And the page reads, this is cute. It says, I part the bushes and look through, then I get a surprise. The Easter Bunny's right there. I can't believe my eyes. And we'll see if that comes. You know, look how cute. But the pictures are so great. I mean, he's not the illustrator too, but that Simile Bassani, and I apologize for butchering that, is the illustrator of this one. So that was, I think I saw the Easter Bunny. Well, now this one is adorable with great pictures too. It's Almost Time for Easter by Meisha Oso. When sunny days bring warmer rays as winter's chill has passed and children beg to color eggs, this day is coming fast. Again, you can see by the cover of the book how colorful it is. And wow, you know, the 3 Easter books that I brought today, I mean, talk about brilliant.
Yeah, really colorful.
Brilliant.
The way that they're
colorful.
Published, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find another. Oh, cute.
That was funny.
Yeah, that is cute. But this one says, decorate and dye them purple, yellow, blue, and green. Don't stop unless you've made a mess, but then be sure to clean. Nice
Always.
message
Yes.
for kids.
Appreciate
Here we
that.
go. I don't know which way I'm going. All right.
Over
You
here,
can
over
see
there.
it. Okay, there you go. All right. It's almost time for Easter. There was that one. Now, this one, I think, is my favorite just because I love the cover.
Yeah, me
too. And Cynthia Platt, Bunny in Disguise. Look how, it doesn't get any cuter than, look, it's so adorable.
I do like it too.
You know, like he's gonna, and again, you know, when we did the, what was that, the ice
bucket challenge.
Yeah, the ice bucket challenge, and you and I had,
That's going back.
That's going way back, yeah, when we wore all the gear. This one is about egg hunt starting at high noon. That bunny has to hide eggs soon. We must act now or they'll be late for this important Easter date. The Easter Bunny is late. Can a group of creative kids help this iconic rabbit get to the town's egg hunt in time, all while keeping the famous bunny incognito, that's cute, and out of sight? Now, the kids need to work together and hop to it if they're going to pull this off and save the holiday. This is a perfectly funny and sweet read-aloud tale to share in every Easter basket. How cute.
I like
and
it.
Again, you've got, you know, the Cynthia Platt. Josh Cleland is the illustrator, and you can see
how cute he is.
Yeah.
I
Not
like
cute.
it.
The colors are great.
Yeah.
And
I like the little kids too.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know what it looks like at the end, but it's all good. All right, so happy Easter Bunny. Come and get some
brand new ones too. The other ones she had weren't new, but these are 2 new
These
ones.
are brand new.
Awesome. So my next teen interlude here, I'm going to do 2 books that are a little bit different than normal. So Jennifer Lynn Barnes, first of all, let's just talk about Jennifer Lynn Barnes for a second. I feel like she's like just putting these books out like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like constantly new ones coming in. So she really kind of like hit, like her name became more of like a household name in the realm of, you know, YA literature with the Inheritance Game series, and there's like a bunch of those. But before she did that, she had the Naturals series, which was also pretty well received. Now she's also got this Debutante series. She's got this Grandest Game series. If you look at this, look at my books she has, and she's not been around for that long.
Wow.
Like tons.
Yeah.
This one, I was just looking at it in between. It is 2 books in one. It's called The Same Backward as Forward, a love story. This is the love story. A same backward as forward. Or if you look, it says it crosses out a hate story. So you can read her side of the story, and it goes to about halfway through the book, and then you flip it over, and then it becomes his side of the story. From the guy's
that's
perspective.
really cool.
Yeah. So I didn't even realize that, because like when the way that we have it cataloged, of course, is this way, because that's how the book stands. But yeah, if you flip it over, and then you read it this way, it's
I'd like to read that.
Yeah, it's a whole other
Both sides
book.
of the story.
And then
That's
my
really
question
cool.
is, Do you count this as reading one book, or do you count it as reading 2 books?
Ooh, good question.
You know, we're trying to always get our number of books on our Goodreads.
That's true.
So, like, each book is like 180.
Well, they kind of both have a different title a little bit.
And then see, then it says, turn book over to discover Toby's story. So you turn the book over, and then there's going to be his story.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Pretty cool.
It is very cool.
So, yeah, like his and hers. I think that's pretty interesting. So Jennifer Lynn Barnes, another new one by her. A little bit different because she, like the Inheritance Games, you know, they were like a like almost like a murder mystery kind of a story.
I like that one.
So this is obviously a romance, but it's told from different perspectives. And considering how one says hate, then crossed off love.
Yeah.
Thinking she interpreted the situation much differently than maybe he did.
Oh, yep, men versus women in their thought process. Right.
So that was like a different one. And then we have, I love this series. This is the Twisted Tales by a lot of different people. I think this one's particular one's by Keila Kendall, but they're just twisted versions of popular Disney movies. So this is Moana. So this is pretty current. Moana's not too old. And the storyline is what if Moana broke the heart of Te Fiti. So if you've seen Moana, it ends, Moana, you know, restores the heart of Te Fiti and all is right in the world. Well, in this, there's a devastating battle with Te Kā, which is the monster at the end. Moana's worst fears are realized when the heart of Te Fiti is in ruins. Moana is frozen in volcanic rock and darkness threatens to envelop her beloved home. To make matters worse, it seems that Moana has not left the fight unscathed. A curse is making its way up her arm, threatening to overtake her. Desperate to fix things, Moana stumbles upon an island already crumbling under the blight. All life is gone, save one sole survivor, a young woman named No. Moana is relieved to find another wayfarer, but even if this stranger is more than a little intimidating. Better still, No has an idea of how to fix the heart by using the tears of Te Fiti, gems infused with the goddess's essence. The catch, the tears are said to be scattered throughout the realm of monsters. So if you see Moana, she does go to the realm of monsters. That's where meets the guy that sings the shiny song. So she has to go back down there to find all of these pieces of the heart of Te Fiti. So really, really cool. So whether you're a Disney fan or not, it's always neat to read. These Twisted Tales are always a fun,
that's
fun
cool.
version. So this is the newer one about Moana.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. My turn?
Yes.
This is cute. Megan McDonald, who writes Judy Moody. Look at the title, Bunny and Clyde.
That's funny.
Yeah, isn't that cute? They actually kind of look. You got the cool hat, Bunny and Clyde on the lamb. So they're in trouble. Illustrated by Scott Nash. There are illustrations in here, but we'll talk about, well, I can show that. On the back, it's cute. It says, wanted. Have you seen these two baddies? Last known location, library. Reward for capture, 1 marble and penny candy.
Oh, if only penny candy was still a thing.
God, yeah, no kidding. Buckle up for another wild and wicked ride with Bunny and Clyde. Thornton's shiny new coin has vanished into thin air. Did someone steal it? All eyes fall on Bunny and Clyde, 2 bad bunnies at the scene of the crime. But wait, they're not bad bunnies. For one thing, Clyde is a chipmunk. For another thing, every time they've tried to be bad, they come out looking as good as gold. Now, when they are innocent, INNOCENT, everyone decides they're guilty. In a tight spot like this, there is only one thing for a pair of outlaws to do. Run, said Bunny. Run, said Clyde. Will the fugitives be able to outrun the possum posse and shake their bum rap on the lamb? That is cute.
It is cute, yeah. It's a new series, I guess. Then
yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, it says number 2. So there must, and this is new. This hasn't even been cataloged yet. So there must be just a Bunny and Clyde. And this is Bunny and Clyde on the lamb. I like it.
Keep going. Okay, keep going. What else
do one
got?
more?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, I would love to. This one, no, let's do this one. This was, you know what? I was just reading a little blurb in Horn Magazine, the newest edition that just came about this book, highly rated. It's called Each and Every Spark by Claire Swinarski. And let's see what this is about. This is, so it goes from Paris present day to Paris 1943. Paris present day. Penny Marks has never felt so alone, forced to move to France because of some fancy job her mom couldn't turn down. She's now an ocean away from her old life and her friends, who seem to be moving on just fine without her. If she hadn't turned her back on her artwork, she'd at least have something to focus on. Instead, she spends her days rolling her eyes at her brothers and eating chocolate croissants, which, hey, is a silver lining she can't deny. Paris, 1943. Marie Bonnet has never felt so afraid. When the German army seized power, she and her sister Heloise watched their father get taken away. And while snooping in Heloise's things, Marie discovers that Heloise is part of the French resistance. Now Marie is desperate to join. Any small act of rebellion against the Nazis could help their country, but it could also cost them their lives. Though decades apart, Penny's and Marie's worlds collide when an old painting resurfaces in present-day Paris after years of being hidden. Along with it is a note, and its message may lead Penny to Marie and the fate that awaited her.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
So how it reads. Yeah, how it all connects.
Yeah. Yes.
Interesting.
And like I said, very well reviewed.
Yeah, that's a pretty complex book for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So go for it. You want to do it?
Well, mine all connect, so I'll be real quick. So
no worries.
This is an older one. One of my favorite books ever, though, is We Were Liars, and it was made into a TV series a couple summers ago. And I remember when I read it the first time, I read it a couple times, like being like, drop the book on the plot twist. I was like, whoa, didn't see that coming.
Oh, okay.
And then, fast forward, and then they did release a TV show that was really well received, and probably because of that, E. Lockhart has decided to expand the world where these books take place. So the summer that the TV series came out, which was like 2 summers ago now, she released the prequel, which is called The Family of Liars, which is about the teens, and then The Family of Liars is about the parents. These families, they got some stuff going on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're a lot of baggage. Well, anyways, so she just released, you can actually see a bookmark in it because I am reading it. Her new one is called We Fell Apart. It is a We Were Liars novel. Now, however, it does not take place on the same island as the first two do, but she does have a little note here that says, Dear reader, We Fell Apart is a standalone story. It can be read and completely understood on its own. It is, however, set in the same world as my novels We Were Liars and Family of Liars. There are some spoilers for those books in here. I wrote this book with love, gasoline, and peppermint. For you, I owe you so much, E. Lockhart. So this is about another kind of like family that lives on this deserted island. However, the main girl, Matilda, her mom's kind of all over the place. Like she always like kind of starts a life and then decides she doesn't like what she's doing and picks up and move Matilda somewhere else to go do something different. And Matilda kind of gets over this by the time she's like 17 or 18, and she just decides to stay with her mom's, at that point, ex-boyfriend, and gets a random email, hey, I'm your dad. Never met her dad before, ever. And turns out her dad is extremely wealthy, very famous painter. And so she then travels to this island where I guess he lives and paints at. I haven't gotten that far yet. And I'm sure, as it says, there's going to be some big twists and stuff too. They always include, again, a nice map.
You love those maps.
I do love a good map, yeah. And like, so this is the Hidden Beach, which is in Massachusetts. They're usually fictional places. And then the We Were Liars book both take place on a private island off of, I want to say, also Beechwood, but it's off of Martha's Vineyard. So they're both like on these private islands. They're both off of, I believe, the Martha's Vineyard area, and super, super wealthy families that have a ton of secrets. So, yeah, cool. Page turners.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's really cool that they all go together like
that.
All right, we only have a short period of time left here, so This is brand new, not even cataloged yet. It's called A Kid Like Me by Norm Fute. And it is a fiction book, but reading the author's note, it's based on his life, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because of Ethan doesn't want to stand out. He just wants to fit in, but fitting in is tough when your peers call out your ancient cell phone, busted backpack, and discount clothing. And to make matters worse, his best friend Ricky insists on hanging out with a group of guys who just don't get Ethan. They're more interested in playing pranks than playing his favorite card game, Bio Battle. Things start looking up, though, when he befriends Aiden, a new kid in school, but it's only a matter of time before even that goes sideways. Can Ethan figure out where he belongs without forgetting who he is and who he wants to be? Yeah, like how many people can relate? You know, not everybody, you know, it just shows pictures of the old, but the pictures are great.
Yeah.
You know, for this graphic novel. Brand new, you'll find it in our graphic novel section. It talks about and it relates to how it feels to not have everything. You know, can you relate to, you know, struggling a little bit and not having, you know, the newest of everything? And that's what he is going through, and that's what the author went through. And that he said it was very difficult growing up and feeling like that.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody kind of goes through some point like that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if it's not continuous, but
yeah,
you know, I feel like everybody at one point or other feels left out or
oh,
something.
absolutely, and, by some,
you know, and even as an adult, that can still happen, and it's hard for sure.
Yeah. But so that was fun.
A good book, though.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of good books. So next time we're back, we will be talking about April.
Yep.
And Easter. Boy, that's right at the beginning, so that's why we talked about it early, because that happens like the first Sunday, and so
we hippity-hoppiting onto something new.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be talking about Easter at that point, but we'll have a lot of other fun things going on.
Bringing into good books.
Absolutely, and then till then, we'll come up with all kinds of fun things, or costumes, or whatever.
Oh, geez.
You never know what we're going to bring. Too bad this can't be a hat. You didn't like your...
I could have worn it.
This would be better than that headband that you didn't like.
Yeah, it is kind of hollow.
All right. Well,
I'll
drill out a hole for next time.
Try my
balancing.
All right.
We'll see what it looks like next month.